Right now, this is our time in the studio with Carolina Coral. I welcome the viewers of Freedom. Let's get straight to the important news. 31 people have died, including 5 children. The youngest child was only 2 years old. Nearly 160 more people were injured. All search and rescue operations in Kyiv have been completed after yesterday's Russian attack. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky reported. He expressed his condolences to the loved ones and families of the victims and once again emphasized that such attacks must not go unpunished.
Once again, such a treacherous strike by Russia shows that additional pressure and sanctions on Moscow are necessary. No matter how much the Kremlin denies their effectiveness, they work and must be stronger, targeting everything that enables such attacks to continue. And it is very important that the world does not stay silent about them. I thank everyone who has supported our people. We appreciate that President Trump, European leaders, and our other partners clearly see what is happening and condemn Russia. Volodymyr Zelensky, President of Ukraine, on Telegram.
Ukraine has initiated an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council because of yesterday's Russian attack on Kyiv. The meeting will take place this evening. This was reported by Foreign Minister Andriy Sybiha.
Putin rejects peace efforts and wants to continue his war. The world has the necessary power to stop him through collective pressure and a principled stance in favor of a complete, immediate, and unconditional ceasefire. The UN Security Council meeting will serve as a platform for clearly expressing such firm positions. Andriy Sybiha, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, on social network X.
The number of people killed in Kramatorsk, Donetsk region, as a result of the Russian strike has risen to 3. 10 injured people are in hospitals. According to city authorities, there may still be people trapped under the rubble. The search and rescue operation is ongoing. Let me remind you, yesterday afternoon the Russians struck the center of Kramatorsk with a guided aerial bomb. It completely destroyed 2 entrances of a 5-story residential building. A fire broke out. The blast wave damaged about 30 houses and more than 10 cars burned down. A psychological support station is operating at the site. Relatives of the missing are waiting here for information about their loved ones.
I would have called him. I can't get to him.
And when was the last time you spoke with him? Did you talk normally yesterday on that day?
Well, yes, he sent me. My daughter-in-law called and said, go to the pharmacy to get some medicine. I had just left, and on my way back across the square, I even fell and broke my leg. Well, not broke, but scraped it. And then it just exploded. I come back, and that's it. It's already gone.
Today, the Russian army carried out a drone strike on a children's psychoneurological boarding school in the Kharkiv region. The institution's building is almost completely destroyed. Because of the full-scale war, there were no patients there. This was reported by the head of the Shevchenko village military administration, Serhiy Starikov. He showed the aftermath of the shelling online.
There were no F-16s here. There were neither F-16s nor NATO submarines here, but the children's boarding school building was destroyed.
3 children were killed by the Russians in Kherson. This morning, Russian forces launched a series of artillery strikes on the city. A woman who died was 51 years old. Her children were taken to the hospital.
This morning, the police responded to the scene. This morning, police officers brought 3 children born in 2008, 2010, and 2011 to the hospital. The family came under fire. The children's mother was killed. The girls are experiencing an acute stress reaction. They are currently undergoing medical examination.
Meanwhile, in the Dnipropetrovsk region, 2 children were trapped under rubble after an attack by Russian occupiers. This was reported by the regional military administration. Russia attacked the region with drones. A private house was destroyed in the Pokrovska community. The children were rescued. According to doctors, the condition of the 4-year-old boy is serious, while the 15-year-old girl is in moderate condition. The U.S. will produce AMRA missiles for Ukraine and its allies worth up to $3.5 billion. This was reported by the Pentagon. The military department has already signed a contract with one of the factories. It will develop advanced medium-range air-to-air missiles. Deliveries will go to Ukraine, Lithuania, Israel, Poland, Finland, Germany, Japan, and other countries. The work is planned to be completed by the end of 2031. They develop and then put into practice new strategies for training personnel. The 94th Separate Anti-Tank Battalion stops enemy vehicles not only with anti-tank systems, but also with UAV crews. This makes it possible to repel assaults by Russian occupiers from a long distance, as well as to preserve personnel. For more details on the new training strategy, see the report by our correspondent Elena Grimova.
Russian armored vehicles are moving along the tree line. According to the exercise scenario, they are spotted by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone. Immediately, the order comes in to eliminate the enemy.
Increase the grid coordinates.
Air assets. Detonation.
The first to engage are the strike UAV operators. They must stop the invaders' vehicles. Then, the anti-tank operators open fire on the armored vehicle.
Fire.
During the drills, they also change up the sequence of attacks on enemy vehicles.
Against the tanker, yes, with an ATGM. He's finishing it. Or, for example, he stops it, and we finish it with an SPV drone. Well, there we just see what works best, who gets there faster, who flies there quicker, or who runs out faster, depending on who's lying in ambush.
Both active servicemen and those who have recently joined the armed forces of Ukraine are taking part in the training. A soldier with a call sign Snickers has only been in service for a couple of months. He is training to become a strike drone pilot. He says that this kind of training, which is close to real events on the battlefield, is great practice.
I like it here. Everyone welcomed me warmly. Everything's great. I've learned a lot. They provide everything for training. You just need the desire, that's all. Do you like what you chose? Yeah, I like it. I just enjoy it. I like it.
At this same training ground, medics who are involved in evacuating from the front lines are also honing their combat skills.
The medics head out in a buggy to pick up their wounded comrade. They've been doing this for a long time. It's maneuverable, fast enough, easy to hide in forest belts, and in case there's a need to go out. And with it, the guys can get close enough to carry out the evacuation.
The current conditions of the war, it's becoming harder and harder to retrieve the wounded from the battlefield, the servicemen say. Medics are constantly attacked by Russian drones. To successfully evacuate all their comrades, the buggies are equipped with electronic warfare systems.
Wounded there, someone might be torn up, but he can sit, or maybe sit down, for example, or down there, or just sit on top and that's it.
And the crew, how many people go?
Well, the driver and 2 medics.
Right now in Donetsk region, the air temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, but that doesn't stop the instructors from training the personnel. Here they practice working in pairs, that is, under the cover of a comrade. Speed and precise striking are also trained by mobile groups. They cover the retreat of fighters in case of a massive enemy offensive. The retreat of ground fire teams is covered by attack drone pilots. All these actions are aimed at maximizing the preservation of the battalion's personnel.
When conducting training, I emphasize this because the life and health of a serviceman is the top priority for me and for our battalion. We don't just take someone unprepared, send them out, and expect them to work. First, we teach them, equip them, and only then can they carry out combat missions.
Only after several months, once it is confirmed that all newly arrived servicemen in the battalion are ready, are they given permission to go to the positions. The section of the front where the fighters of the 94th Separate Anti-Tank Battalion are holding the line is currently one of the most difficult on the Donetsk front. Elena Grimova, Yevgeny Karamzin from Donetsk region for Freedom TV channel.
The Israel Defense Forces have attacked Hezbollah's largest factory. This was reported by the country's defense minister, Israel Katz. The facility is located in Lebanon and produces high-precision missiles. This factory had already been attacked during the escalation of hostilities in the fall of 2024. According to intelligence, Hezbollah recently began restoring it in order to resume the production of precision weapons. The creation of a Palestinian state is impossible without Israel's consent. This was stated by U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. According to him, the plans of the UK, France, and Canada to recognize Palestine only encourage militants and could negatively affect the peace process.
Imagine you are Hamas. You still have 20 innocent people held hostage. You are keeping the bodies of more than 50 people who were killed, raped, and tortured on October 7, 2023. You're hiding in tunnels, and meanwhile you hear that these countries are supporting you. That's basically an incentive for you to keep going. Marco Rubio, U.S. Secretary of State, live on Fox News.